All right. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for putting up with Ozzy attack. So the last week we talked about how we're given a body. That's the rule one of if life is a game, these are the rules. And we need to make peace with our body and be appreciative and loving towards our body instead of all this hate stuff that we don't like about it. And so this week I thought I'd combine the next, so 2 through 5, because they're all kind of related. And 2 through 5 are all about lessons. So rule 2 is you will be presented with lessons. So once you have learned the basic lessons taught to you by your own body, you're ready for a more advanced teacher, the universe. You will be presented with the lessons in every circumstance that surfaces in your life. When you experience pain, you learn a lesson. When you feel joy, you learn a different lesson. For every action or event, there is an accompanying lesson that must be learned. There really is no way to avoid the lessons you're presented with, nor is there any chance that you will be able to skirt around the learning process. So it's all good, right? So that's 2, and then 3 is there are no mistakes, only lessons. So growth is a process of experimentation, a series of trials, errors, and occasional victories. The failed experiments are as much a part of the process as the experiments that worked. So your lessons when you don't achieve or reach that goal, those are an even greater learning experience than the ones where you're victorious. So there's a Eleanor Roosevelt quote that I love that says, do something that scares you every day. Because when you do that, wow, do you learn fast? And my good friend over here did something that was very, very brave. She did an improv this week, and she's really good. So we admire her for that. So now lesson 4 is a lesson is repeated until learned. Unfortunately, we all have those things in our life that we keep having to learn over and over again. So lessons are repeated to you in various forms until you have learned them. When you have learned them, you go on to the next lesson. So that's rule 4. Now, rule 5 is my favorite. It's learning does not end. And this means giving in to the idea that you actually don't know everything that you need to, and you never will. It also means that you need to convince your ego that being a student does not make you inferior. In fact, being a student opens up worlds of possibilities that are invisible to those who are unwilling to accept this role. So learning does not end. So please close your eyes. And just turn to your breath. Maybe ask yourself, what can I learn today? And please bring hands to heart center. I believe when we look at ourselves as perpetual students or learners, we're much more in the present moment. We're better able to see the beauty and the grace in every situation. And please lower your hands, open your eyes. So, yogic theory is the back body is the universal, and the front body is the self. And as we know, we actually need a balance of both to function in life. So, we're going to work on both today. So, please stretch your arms up and get a nice stretch going in your spine. Lots of length, and then bring your right hand down to the side, and then just keeping the length arc towards your hand. Good. And then sweep your left hand around in front of you and then behind, and reach your right hand up and bend your elbow and think, I want to keep the rib cage back, but maybe let my heart shine upwards a little bit. Get a good, I have both elbows bent actually. Good. And then switch. So sweep that right arm back around, all the way around behind. Left arm comes up and both elbows. Just lift your heart, supported by the back body. Good. And then reach up, swing that left arm all the way off to the side now. Stretch up and arc over. See where you're a little tight, where you need work. Good. Stretch your arms up and bring hands down through heart center. Good. And go ahead and transition to a child's pose. So just sit back. And as you sit back, breathe into your back body. Think of puffing up, especially your low back. You just get feel it out. And then come on up to all fours and slide into a cow pose. And then with an exhale, round to cat. And just move through the two. So inhale, cow. Exhale, round to cat. Couple more times. And pause in a flat back position. Extend your right leg. And I want you to think to yourself, okay, I'm going to draw the rib cage back, but broaden the clavicle so I stay really strong in the shoulder girdle. Maybe point and flex your foot a few times. And then add the left arm. Don't lose the drawing up and back of your rib cage, but maybe let your heart come forward a little bit as you widen your clavicles. And then optional, bend your right knee. Reach back with that left hand if you're feeling stable and it's accessible. Don't change anything in your shoulder girdle, but maybe kick the foot back. Get a little curve going in your back. And release. Extend the arm and the leg again. And Bring it on in. Let's go right into the other side. Left leg, just secure, rib cage back, broaden. I like to think of wrapping my triceps underneath so that the armpits stay nice and hollow. Point and flex. Add the right arm when you feel secure. Bend the left knee. If you're going there, find the foot and keeping the shoulder girdle the same, just kick back. We're doing good release. Extend the arm and the leg and bring it on in. Go ahead and sit back to a child's pose again. What did you learn from that experience? Okay, now I'm going to challenge you a little bit further. So come on up, all fours. And this time we're going to extend the same side, arm and leg. So just swivel your right foot just a few inches. See if you can keep it, as in line as you can. And then extend your left leg and drawing the rib cage back your left arm. Challenging your balance even more. And if you want, you can bend the knee, find the foot, and kick back. Good. Extend and come on down. I know. Second side. Left foot. Just swivel it a little bit. I want you to find the balance first. So extend the right leg and the right arm. And then you can slowly work into that back bend position if you're feeling stable. Good. Release. And come on down. I had my back to you, so I didn't see what happened. Good. Sit back to a child's pose. Take a few breaths there. And then come on up to all fours again. I want you to think of that long side body, head of the arm bones back, and then draw the rib cage back, broaden the clavicles. So you feel really strong in your shoulder girdle. Do you feel that? And the last thing is, I kept forgetting to say, is long back of neck. Okay, now stretch your feet long, sit on your heels for a moment. So we have this bone in our neck here called the hyoid bone. And I don't know about you, but when I sit at my desk, this is how I am. And how we want to be is actually tall with our chin parallel to the floor, but this hyoid bone's back in place. So you feel tall through the top of your head. So that's the last important piece of the shoulder girdle, if you will. Okay, now come forward again to all fours. Swivel your right foot all the way to the right this time. Extend the left leg. Make sure your right hand's in front of your shoulder and bring your left hand to your hip. And now think, okay, I'm going to really embrace that shoulder girdle connection. Draw the hyoid bone back. Now extend your left arm, but keep the elbow bent and maybe even bend the right arm a little bit and think, I'm going to let my heart shine forward, even though my rib cage is back. Let my heart maybe shine upward a little bit. Ah, nice, you guys. Good, and then come on down. And we'll switch sides. So left foot swivels, right leg long. Check your alignment, right hand to the hip. Just take your time. Think long side body, head of the arm on back, and then rib cage back. And then bring the arm up and let your heart shine forward. So you have the support of the universe, but you allowed your heart to shine out. Good. And then come on down. Curl your toes under. Come up to a downward facing dog. And even here, I want you to think of that shoulder girdle. So long side body, head of the arm bones back, rib cage back, hyoid bone back, and then stretch deeper, broadening the clavicles, wrapping the triceps underneath a little bit to keep that hollowing of the armpits. Good, and then come forward to plank. Don't lose that. Good, lower your knees there. Keep the toes curled under. Walk your hands back and then just lift your knees and come to a deep squat. Just like that. And just take a little inventory of what's going on in your lower body. We've been focusing on the upper body. And then bringing your fingertips down, come up to a forward fold. And just check in there. Maybe walk your hands to the right and to the left, just checking it out. Slowly roll on up to standing. And, and try this. Bring your feet side by side. Alongside body, head of the arm goes back, rib cage back, hyoid bone back, broaden the clavicles. Find your balance here. It's harder. If you need to step the feet wide, you can. Stretch your arms up. We'll bring hands to heart center. Try not to lose the connection. Shift your weight to your right foot. Lift your left heel. Lift your left knee. You can bring your arms out to the side for balance. And then slowly bring that foot behind you. See if your foot's accessible. For a quad stretch, you can go by the wall if you need. Maybe extend your right arm up. I want you to really think about just all these poses from your shoulder girdle. I don't know why they call it that, but they do. Good, release the foot, bring the knee forward, and then bring it down right beside the left foot or the right foot. You're gonna shift your weight and bring your right knee up. Thinking about your shoulder girdle, bring that foot behind. If you can find the foot. Release the foot, bring the knee forward again, and down beside each other. Good. Stretch both arms up again. We talked about glutes last week. So sometimes glutes help when your feet are close like this. Good. Bring your palms down by your hips. Nice and tall. Inhale, stretch it up. And exhale, fold forward again. And go ahead and step hands forward and feet back to a downward facing dog. Again, just checking in with your shoulder girdle. And then come forward to plank. You can lower your knees if you need to and come on down to the mat. You're just going to explore a little further in that shoulder girdle in a cobra, or we're going to start with Shalabhasana. So hands by your hips. I like to bring my forehead down because then I remember just drawing the hyoid bone straight back and up. And then think long side body, head of the arm bones back, rib cage back. That forces me to lift my head and shoulders, broaden the clavicles, lift the arms a little further if you want. Maybe lift the legs and feet. Keep breathing. Hyoid bone back, extend through the top of the head. One more breath. Good, and lower down. Bring your hands under your forehead. Let everything relax. One more breath. And now bring your arms out to a cactus position. Your elbows slightly in front of your shoulders. And we're going to do the same thing. So forehead down, long side body, head of the arm bones back, rib cage back. Lift the head and the shoulders, keeping the hyoid bone back. Your elbows are lifted, and then lift the hands. And if you want, if you're feeling like you can lift the legs here too. It's not just the feet, it's the legs. Good, and relax down, hands under forehead. When you get the support front and back, it works, right? One more breath. Now bring your hands or your arms long in a Y position or a V. Forehead down. Long side body, head of the arm bones back. Rib cage back. Broaden the clavicles, lift the hyoid bone back, lift the head, shoulders, and then the hands and the feet and legs. Y position, think long, long, long. When you think of hyoid bone back, it helps everything else. Good, and then bend your elbows, bring your hands by your chest, lift to a little mini cobra. Wow, that seems easy, doesn't it? One more breath. And lower down and push back. Yay, child's pose. Breathe deep into your back body. And then make your way back up to all fours. You might have to crawl around a little bit to find your blocks. under your hands, and make your way to a downward facing dog. Think of your shoulder girdles alongside body, head of the arm, bones back, rib cage back, broaden, and then extend your right leg. And please step that foot through to a deep lunge. Kind of feel out your lunge today. You might want to put your blocks on a higher height. You're going to lift your back heel super high and then straighten your right leg. Your hips move same straight back in the same line for pyramid pose. Maybe fold. Heels, knees, sits bones align. Good. And now bend back into the front knee and lower the back knee. Hands to your front thigh. Feel the stretch in your hip flexor, maybe stretch up Anjane Asana. Feeling your shoulder girdle. Maybe let your heart shine forward a little bit with the rib cage back. It helps to bend your elbows. You can do that. Good. Reach straight up. Bring just the left hand down now. And twist to your right, bend the elbows. Think, broaden the clavicles, rib cage back. Heart shines forward. Kind of an alternative back bending twist. Good. Stretch the arm up. Touch the block. Lift the back knee and step back. Downward facing dog. Let's take a moment here. Making sure your shoulder girdle's strong, front and back. And then extend your left leg. Step the left foot through, deep lunge. Try not to put so much weight on your hands. Really get into your feet so you feel stable. And then lifting the back heel high, straighten the left leg. Pyramid pose. Your left hip crease is in line with your right. Big hammy stretch. And on your next exhale, bend the front knee, lower the back knee. Take your time, coming upright. Stretching up Anjane Asana. Think long side body, head of the arm bones back, rib cage back, broaden, and then let your heart shine upward. Good. Reach straight up, bring just the right hand down. And same thing, I'm going to have you find that shoulder girdle, bend the left elbow, shine your heart forward. And up. Ooh, a lot of work getting that rib cage back. Good. Reach down, touch the block. Lift the back knee, step back. Downward facing dog. Good. Now, really focus in on that shoulder girdle again. The long side body, head of the arm bones back, rib cage back, hyoid bone back. Broaden the clavicles. And then maybe Stretch your bone back and up. Now extend your right leg again. Don't let anything in your shoulder girdle change as you bend the right knee. And then your lower body does the work. You just stack your right hip on top of your left and open up to a wild dog. Keep everything else the same. Square up your hips and bring that foot down. See if you were able to keep everything else aligned in your shoulders. And let's go for the second side. So left leg extends, bend the knee. Don't allow anything to change. Broaden the clavicles, lift your left hip, stack it on top of the right. Keep drawing your hyoid bone back. That's it, beautiful. Square your hips, bring the foot down, lower your knees, and sit back, child's pose. Couple deep breaths there. And then come on up to downward facing dog again. Notice how your shoulders seem to remember when working on it like that. And just set your blocks off to the side so you're on your hands, if possible. Come forward to plank. Keep the shoulders strong. And you're just gonna move your heart forward of your hands in plank and come down. Good. Inhale to cobra. Being very mindful. Everything's the same. We've been practicing. Lower down. Good. Now this time, bring your forehead down, bend your knees, flex the feet. And then just push your knees down so you're not pressing the upper thighs to the mat, right? You don't want to do that, but you do want to think long side body, head of the arm bones back, rib cage back, hyoid bone back as you lift to cobra with your knees bent here. Yeah. And lower back down. Relax everything for a moment. And look up here and watch me. So I'm going to give you the option to do that again, but I want you to really focus in on shoulder girdle. Or if you can reach your feet or ankles and do the same thing. Long side body, head of the arm bones back, rib cage, hyoid bone back, and then kick back, Dhanurasana. It feels really good. Bring your heart forward. So try it. So either hands here or hands to the feet. You might have to roll side to side to get the feet or the ankles. And then think long side body, head of the arm bones back, rib cage back, hyoid bone back, broaden the clavicles, kick back. Maybe lift the feet if it feels good. So your knees lift. You can rock the boat. This is Dhanurasana. One more breath and relax down. Let go of everything and push back to child's pose. That really gets into every part of your body. And then come forward. Transition up to downward facing dog again. Walk your dog out. I still want you to focus on shoulder girdle, but just how you're training your shoulders to go where you want them to in every pose. And then inhale, come to plank. Exhale, down to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down. And push up and back, downward facing dog. I wanted to play with this just to, I don't know, it's kind of fun. Bring your knees down and set up your shoulders again. Hyoid bone back, head in line with your spine. And then keeping your toes curled under, lift your knees and inch or so off the floor. You'll feel if your core is really engaged. And then you're just gonna walk to your left, keeping the knees barely above. Good, and then walk back to your right. Do that one more time, you can do it. Shoulders really strong, and back to your right. Good, and then push up and back, downward facing dog. And step forward, please, to a forward fold. Get off your hands for a moment. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. It's good to be upright, right? Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, fold forward. Turn your toes out. Come down to a deep squat. And then transition to your butt. And let's just stretch our shoulders out from the back side a little bit more now. So bring your feet a little wider than hip distance. Flex the feet, right hand to the side. Reach for the ankle or the foot with your left hand. And then think long side body, but let yourself just stretch that shoulder by stepping on the gas. You can let the shoulder come out of the socket. Feel the muscles all the way up and down your left side body stretch out. If you want more, you can even lift your foot and stretch the leg straight. Oh, sternum's drawing back, tucking of the chin. Good. And then release and switch. Same thing, only on the other side. Just feel that deep stretch first, drawing the sternum back. You can lift the foot if that feels good. Good. Come on down. That feel awesome. Good. And then see if we can go the opposite way that you just did and come forward to deep squat. And then come forward on your hands and knees. You might have to walk back a little bit and stretch your toes straight back again. And I feel like we need to stretch our quads a little bit more. So I'm going to give you the option of sitting on your heels or sitting between your heels. Or you can sit on a block or a blanket. Just see how it feels this morning. And then if you want more, you can lower to your elbows. Press those toes down. For those of you that want even more, you can lay all the way back. Keep the heart lifted. Oof, duh. And then come on forward. Give yourself a moment. Maybe a couple cow, cat. And then swivel your feet and come on down to your backs. And just bring your feet under your knees or maybe slightly in front of them. Hands by your hips. Now, in this position for Setu Bandha, we're going to do the same thing. So you're going to think long side body. And then I press my upper arms down to like slide the head of the arm bone back, get the shoulder blades underneath me. And then I have to think rib cage back and intact. And then I can, when I feel safe there and my hyoid bone is back, then I can just let my heart lift a little bit and I can lift the hips up and let the heart lift even more. I'm really having to use my arms. Just feel that position. Sometimes I just have you stay in line. Here, I really want you to think about lifting your heart a little bit, letting it shine out, but with that rib cage intact. Good. And then lower down. Hopefully that felt a little different. And then hug your knees in. Just kind of roll side to side. Bring your feet down again. So I'm going to give you the option of trying a back bend, but want you to totally think of it with your shoulder girdle and lifting the heart. So you have to keep the armpits hollow, or you can just do what we just did again, but keep thinking of that shoulder girdle. So if you're going for a back bend, you can bring your hands up, pointing your fingers towards your toes, and then think long side body, head of the arm bones back, rib cage back, heart lift. Feel how hollow your armpits are. Good. Then lift your hips up just like you did before. Don't let anything change. And then maybe press into your hands, lift to the top of your head. And then think, I'm just going to shine my heart up towards the ceiling as I possibly lift. And then whatever you did, come on back down. Hug your knees in again. And just roll side to side, really massaging your low back. And then holding your knees, just slowly roll side to side as you let your arms push your knees away a little bit at a time, just massaging different part of your back and your glutes until your arms are full length. And then widen your knees a little bit. Release your feet to the floor in that wide position, arms in cactus. And just entertain a few windshield wiper moves on both knees to one side and the other. Just notice the release, your back and your glutes, your inner thighs. And then next time your knees are up, bring your feet a little closer. Just hug your right knee in. Maybe extend the left leg. And then interlace behind your right thigh. Press your leg into your hands as you straighten your right leg. Flex and point a few times. All right. And then releasing the right leg to the floor. You can keep it bent to start if you want. Hug your left knee in. Interlace behind the left thigh. Press the thigh into your hands. Extend the leg up towards the ceiling. Point and flex a few times. Good. And then bend your right knee. Bring the left ankle across. We didn't do a lot of hip openers. So interlace behind your right thigh again in this figure four position. And then switch right ankle over left thigh to a position that feels like a good stretch for you. And then unwinding, bring your feet to the mat close together and let the knees open to butterfly. Soles of the feet come together. And then take your right hand and bring your middle finger and your thumb and squeeze right below your wrist. And then open and close your hand a few times. Maybe move that hand around. And then switch, do that to the right hand. It helps with the wrists. And then slowly close your knees and stretch out for Shavasana. Really take some time to find good position for your shoulders so that you can really rest completely. Soften your face, your jaw. And just take some time to really relax the back body, back of your neck, back of your shoulders, your middle back, your low back, your glutes, hamstrings, calves, heels, triceps, backs of your hands. And then do the same thing with the front body. Relax your front neck, front of your shoulders, chest, rib cage, belly, your quads, your shins, tops of your feet, tops of your arms and hands. Every exhale, release. You continue to relax. I just wanted to share Marianne Williamson's kind of thoughts on life lessons. According to ancient Asian philosophy, life is not a circle, but a spiral. Every life lesson that has ever been presented to you, which means everything you have ever been through, will come back again in some form until you learn it. And the stakes each time will be higher. Whatever you've learned will bear greater fruit. Whatever you failed to learn will be harsher. There will be bear harsher consequences. Whatever didn't work in your life before this point was a reflection of the fact that you hadn't yet integrated the different parts of yourself, or you didn't yet accept yourself. You attracted a lack of acceptance in others. Where you hadn't yet dealt with your shadows, you manifested shadowy situations. Broken parts of you encountered broken parts of others. So now you know that was then, and this is now. Finding your breath again. Just slowly start to find, get back to your body, to this room. Hugging your knees in. Take your time. Rolling to the side, coming on up to seated. And heart center. Thanks for shining those beautiful hearts, opening them up this morning with me. Namaste. Done, guys. Big release on heart openers, I think. Thank you guys at home.